Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back for part two. Now it's part two. We finished part one last week. Yeah. For us, it's been seconds, but for you guys, it's been a whole week.
Yeah.
For Damon, this is Ted and Brian. Let's take it away.
I really wish that I could stretch out and only see you. I like better when I see you an hour every week instead of 2 hours at one time. So,
well, I mean,
I'm just being honest.
I would say that this month, next week, we wouldn't have to see each other at all, but it's going to be like 24 hours. So,
right.
But more than that, probably 36.
Yeah. Yeah. We'll document. We'll document. So we will have some.
I mean, we can already title it gross.
Yeah. Yeah. I got my half shirt and my hottie shorts.
Oh, well, like Damon in a half shirt, I got to roll out. It took a second to get over to Brian, but it hit pretty cleanly.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I don't know what it really means, but he said something about Damon, so I think I'm just going to start laughing. You guys suck. You guys are you're terrible people. All right, so anyway, back to the show.
And now back to me.
Couldn't do it without you. You guys suck. So I sent you a list of alternative cuss words. Okay. And I sent that so that you could have it in front of you too, because for two people to look off one screen is kind of stupid. But there's a lot on here that I don't agree with.
Yeah, there's some humdingers on here.
Yeah.
Is humdinger on here?
Humdinger may be on here.
Well, here's what I'm going to start with already, is that they say a alternative for miffed is toot. I've never...
Miffed. Yeah, so miffed, angry,
Why do you need
mad.
Alternative to miffed?
I think it's just like instead of saying pissed or...
Yeah. Yeah.
However, nerds is on here, and I do enjoy that one. I use that one in the house.
Nerds?
Nerds. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
What? How does that come up organically?
It was in a show, I think.
Okay.
One of the kid shows. They would say like nerds. So then I picked it up because I was like, that's weird. But at Borders back in the day, we used to say balls. Because you can't tell me it's not about like, it could be balls or it could just be balls.
Right.
You can't tell me.
Right.
So you just hear someone across the store be like, balls. What's that about? We probably dropped some balls.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah. He dropped the ball. He dropped the ball today. Yeah. He's not doing his job. So under miffed, they have shucks, which I've heard, rats, which I've heard, gosh, which I've heard, shizzle. Is that like, did Snoop Dogg make this list?
I think, yeah. Yeah. I think that was, this probably dates this
Are you
list.
miffed? Faux shizzle. Yeah.
Well, then right after shizzle, they back it up with toot.
Toot. Yeah. Toot.
Ah, toot. Ah, beep, beep. Ah, toot, toot.
I thought toot was something that.
Like when you...
Yeah. Like
how...
a very proper woman.
I was going to say how dainty women say...
I tooted.
Yeah.
I tooted.
That's just... so
you're miffed.
That's worse to me.
Yeah.
When people say they tooted, that's worse to me than if you said...
It smells like a garbage truck in the middle of July.
Well, no,
you're like, whoa,
I would just
that's not a
rather
toot.
say, like, you walk right in my face and be like, I just shit my pants. I'd rather you say that than I tooted. Just get out of my face.
First off, I'm not going to tell you I did it. I'm going to wait for you to find out organically.
You didn't do that earlier.
No, you're right. I did. I said, hey, there's stew. And you moved.
Yeah, I rolled out.
So the next...
I transformed and rolled out.
The next cuss word they have on here is crapola.
And it's highlighted.
It's highlighted as if it's like a bad word.
Yeah. Or like they want to like... We're going to get to it later because there's another one that's highlighted, so I don't understand like the method of the madness.
Yeah, but crapola, now under that is turd. Okay. I honestly, turd is funnier than me saying crapola. You know what I mean? You're a turd.
If you're going to highlight one,
I tell my kids that sometimes,
Yeah.
like, don't be a turd. You know what I mean? I say that. So it is sheesh.
Sheesh. Flipping.
Flipping. First off, flipping means a lot more than crapola.
I would put that over, but exasperated, I think.
Yeah, that would be, that's borderline. That's an F word for somebody that doesn't cuss. All right, that's what flipping is.
Yeah, let's burn through a few right here.
Friggin', flipping and friggin'.
Yeah, let's burn through a few. Then they get phooey, ticked, heck, and shoot. Good for you.
Hey, but then you come into jeepers
and jeez, crud, dag,
dang, darn, and darn it. So again, I've used quite a few of these words, but not to replace the word crapola.
No.
I've never thought, I really shouldn't say crapola.
Yeah, I've never, I don't think those are synonyms. Synonyms.
I love
synonyms. And bleep. Bleep is the next one, and also highlighted.
But look at the first word under it.
Booger.
Yeah.
And snot.
Yeah. Booger and snot. What? Why is that?
How are those how is that a cuss word in any world of the multiverse? How is that a cuss word?
I don't know. Maybe they're talking about bleep the sound. Like when you say something so bad, they bleep it.
I think these are all miffed. Like I think everything in this list is miffed. They're just highlighting for some reason crapola and bleep.
Oh, I don't know. I don't. You think so?
Yeah.
So the whole next line for exasperated is your good gravy, good grief, and gadzooks.
Well, that's what I think. I think that whole list, exasperated, goes all the way down to Dad Blasted.
Really?
Yeah. Because I don't think jackwagon is a highlighted.
Yeah.
Jackwagon is a synonym for fiddle faddle.
Yeah. And jackwagon is also bull snot, fiddle faddle, and fiddlesticks.
Yeah, because you can't tell me there's a whole subcategory called crud muffin.
No, but I can tell you right now, instead of Big Mac, it's jackwagon.
Yeah, I noticed juice box isn't on this list anymore.
No juice boxes.
Is this Wikipedia? Can you like add an addendum to that?
No.
I see your jackwagon, and I raise you a juice box.
Now, my Lanta is on here as if they got this straight from Full House. Oh, my Lanta. Buckethead. I've never. All right.
That's a
Shucky
guitar
darn.
Shucky darn, dad burn it, dad gam it, corn sarn it, confound it, doggone it, dad blame it, dad gum it, and dad blast it. I think they pulled that from Get Her Done. Yeah. I literally think that's Larry the Cable Guy's list.
The guy
right
who
there.
did this had no sleeves on his flannel. The guy that made this list.
Literally. Dad burn it, dad gam it, concern it, confound it, doggone it, dad blame it, dad gum it, dad blast it. Get her done.
Sorry, it had to be done.
Yeah.
Then you apologize.
Yeah.
I'm really sorry for my use of language.
Yeah, because see, the next like subcategory is son of a.
Oh yeah, this is a good one actually.
These are actually there's two in here that I'm like, no,
Yeah.
actually never mind. There's three. 50% of this list of the son of us are done.
Yeah. So I've used son of a biscuit. I've used son of a nutcracker. I've heard, and son of a motherless goat. Yeah.
Son of a biscuit eater, Baptist preacher, and bacon bit. Not on my list. Now, our friend who gave us a drop last week for strange stories, Dave McCauley likes to say son of a beanstalk. Suddenly, sometimes I'll shorten that to son of a bean.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, that
Son of a bean. It's a little quicker. I mean,
What's
it rolls up.
well, then you have I'm not having it. Great googly woogly.
Is that Woogly or Moogly? Because wasn't that from the commercial where he accidentally paints chefs in the end zone instead of chiefs? Hey, buddy, I think you did it wrong. Great googly moogly. And it's a Snickers commercial? Yeah.
Well, and I've heard
Great Caesar's Ghost and Jumpin' Jehoshaphat are on here, as if the writers from 1950 Superman comics made this list.
Okay, and then you have Mother Frances. Okay, first off, pretty close. All right,
I mean,
pretty close.
when they do Samuel L. Jackson for TV, it's usually mother father. Like,
Yeah.
get these mother father snakes off my mother father plane. Like, I don't think that's what he was saying.
Well,
Or Die Hard, when they put it on TV, it was Yippee Ki Yay, Mr. Falcon.
For
is
real?
it really?
Yeah. Yeah.
And you just got a falcon going. Aye, aye.
Like, wait a minute.
Ta-da.
That guy hasn't been called Falcon this whole time.
Wait a
I
minute.
think they're googly moogling me here. Kiss My Grits. That's a classic.
Oh, that's a hey, and I actually ate at a restaurant called Mel's Diner when I was down by Pigeon Forge.
Well,
Pretty
heavens
cool.
to Betsy.
Is that on here too?
Yep, right under Kiss My Grits.
It sure is.
What the what?
Yeah, what the what? What the devil?
The fact that they actually typed out rassafrass.
Yeah.
As if you just put like a hot pocket in your mouth.
Yeah.
Or a pizza roll.
Oh, there is nothing hotter.
That literally is the word for
If I was at a
pizza
volcano
roll.
and ate magma, it still would not be as hot as a pizza roll that just come out of the air fryer. You're like, oh, these are ready.
I think if you were on Star Trek and you tried to tell an alien race pizza roll, it would come out to the universal translator as rassafrass. Like, they'd be like, oh, pizza roll. Like, yeah, right. You got it. You nailed it. Well, all right. So we had booger and snot individually.
Yeah.
Now over here under I'm not having it, they have booger snot.
Yeah. Well, look at what's the next one? Say it.
Fart knocker. Which I love. Right after,
First off,
like,
I
booger snot,
said that in school.
fart knocker.
I
and
call
then,
people
and
that
then
in
we
school.
go, we shoot for the moon on the next one. Mother of pearl.
Pretty sure fart knockers in Home Alone.
Is
Oh
it?
yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is it? Oh,
Yeah.
hey, do you happen to know what was in Smokey and the Bandit?
Burt Reynolds.
I mean, technically, he's supposed to have watched it by now.
Yeah.
Because this is the next week.
Yeah. Yeah. You're on the spot, son. You're on the spot.
Farfignugan.
Let's get going, Jackwagon.
That's Volkswagen for driving.
Farfignugan.
Farfignugan. Shut the front doors on there.
Yeah. I like HE double hockey sticks, and they spell it out with hyphens.
I saw it was, I don't know if it was a Twitter or on Reddit or something. It was like, yeah, I don't know if my kid brother knows how it works because he said, well, who the HE double mother father is this? But he didn't say, but I hadn't said mother father.
Right. Yeah. Your bleeping system is broken, son.
Yeah.
It's broken. Well, then they have the horse, and then like the horse is the preface. So you have what? Horse hockey, horse pucky, horse feathers, and horse patootie.
Yeah, I agree with
Isn't
horse,
that the butthole?
Horse pucky, because that was Don Rickles.
Yeah.
That was one of his. Horse feathers, I get. Horse hockey, not doing it. Horse patootie, nope, not. Yeah. And who is Pete? Because under 4, he's in there twice. For heaven's sake, for the love of Pete, and for Pete's sake. Who's Pete? We're loving him, and we're worried about his sake.
Yeah. Hey, guy's a great guy. And I just hope he's doing okay.
It says for crying out loud, but I think if you're doing it that way, the O is replaced with an E, because I think it's for crying out loud.
Yeah, fur.
And I think this was done before the death, may you rest in peace, of our trivia Lord and Savior, Alex Trebek, because they have the triple play at the bottom.
Right.
Bob Saget.
We could have got the daily double.
Pat Sajak. And Alex Trebek.
Alex Trebek.
So I believe that hopefully this was written before he passed. Because I don't think it would be field tested and mother. Because at the top of this, it says it's alternative cuss words, field tested and mother approved, like Kick cereal.
Yeah.
Kids tested, mother approved. Farfignugan.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, I guarantee when I was younger, if I'd have said flippin' or friggin', that's not approved. There's no way it's approved.
Oh, wait, stop right there.
What do you have?
There are political reasons dating to 1066 AD why piss is obscene and urine is not. Okay.
Really?
This guy theorizes that Pete is St. Peter of the Christian church.
So
I think Pete's sake is a holdover from this period, a now mild oath expressing exasperation or consternation.
Really?
Yeah. You could be whipped for, I was reading that, man. You could be ripped for pillaring for swearing by saying God's wounds, but not for saying zounds. So contractions are okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
So if you say mucker, it's okay. Because you're contracting mother father there. You mucker. It does still feel still feels dirty when
It still feels dirty.
Yeah.
It still feels like we almost need a button on that.
Yeah, but to muck your hand and like cards is you throw your hand away. So you could be a mucker. With a name like Muckers, it's gotta be good.
It's gotta be good. That's exactly what I thought.
Would you look up and like, we think it's Muckers. Get in front of it, Ted. Get in front of it. Get in front of it.
The bus was coming, and I was not on it.
Yeah.
I was looking for myself.
I mean, there was so much of it. I saw 2 buses that you were going to throw me in front of.
Well, nice move.
Yeah.
You'd have been 2 bus dumb if I'd have hit you then.
Oh, I'd never want to be 2 bus dumb.
And now a station identification while Ted regains his composure.
After these messages, we'll be right back. Remember that on Saturday? That would be one of the cartoons.
Well, so that goes into the next actual topic. We went into these soft swear words, right? Which, by the way, if you want to use any of these, or if you want to put them, like if you can use them in a post organically and put it on our page, do it.
In a review?
Yeah, in a review.
In a
Yes.
5-star review?
Yes. Those
And-
flippin' bastages.
And you don't have to say, like, you don't have to be like a poet. You could just be like, hey, this is great, or thanks, or we appreciate it, or we like it. You know, like just something. To show that, like, oh, there's movement, there's activity on this. And then
you could say that it's phooey.
Yeah.
You could say that it,
and then the
it's crapola.
Yeah.
It's a turd sandwich. Yeah.
5-star turd sandwich.
5-star turd sandwich.
Good as turd sandwiches get.
But when you were talking about Saturday morning, I started going to the cartoons and the toys and everything like that. So I brought in some stuff.
Did you have a hankering for a hunk of cheese?
I got a
You remember that guy? The cheese wheel with the cowboy hat?
Yeah. I also remember what they did to him in Family Guy. And it was awesome. Yes. Yeah. No, but like our big stuff was G.I. Joe, He-Man guys, stuff like that.
It's funny. Duffy will send me stuff like, hey, do you know what this is? And I'm like, yeah, it's the his tank. Do you know what that stands for? And I'm like, this little thing. Or like, what was this tank? I'm like, oh, G.I. Joe had 2 tanks. Or the original tank was this. And he's like, how do you know that stuff? I'm like, it was my childhood, you son of a biscuit eater.
It was my job.
The only man that could ever tame me was the son of a Baptist preacher. And it doesn't roll. It doesn't.
Son of a bacon bit.
I didn't see that. Wow. You stopped me dead in my tracks. It was me.
Hey, call back from last week. Son of a bacon bit rapey. We can just go right there.
Nope.
Nothing.
Nope.
Nothing.
Timestamp.
time.
Why
are you shaking your head?
I'm gonna need a hasafarasa.
Hey, first off, if you're going to show utter disdain for what I'm saying, you need to make eye contact. Okay.
Yeah, just like his wife.
Right.
You need to look me right in the eyes when you disapprove of what I'm doing.
You're doing it wrong. Okay. Now, enough about me. So anyway,
is it ever?
I'm telling you, I would have totally looked for myself on that bus.
Totally tickled. Totally tickled.
No, but like if they were to remake stuff nowadays, which they tried remaking some stuff and they've ruined it. Like they have a Tom and Jerry movie coming out. And they have a Snoopy movie coming out because right now
do they?
Yeah. But you can do animated stuff because you got to bring voice actors and stuff in, but you
the
don't
Tom
have
and
to.
Jerry movie, like they have actors, so clearly probably they filmed that before times and it's taken this long to do the animation.
Right.
I think it was postponed a little bit, but yeah. Because what did I just see that they said? Oh, is Spider-Man No Way Home just said only in theaters this Christmas? That's a bold move.
Yeah.
To say that we're only going to be in theaters in Christmas.
Yeah.
Because they said that last year.
Yeah.
We're going to be in movie theaters by Christmas. No, we're not.
Yeah.
So we'll see. But yeah, I didn't know about the Snoopy movie. I knew about the Tom and Jerry movie with Chloe Moretz, what's her face? And
were those the actors?
yeah, there's some other guy.
Yeah, but don't they actually like talk in this thing? Like they actually
I haven't.
I think they have like dialogue.
I haven't seen that.
So, but what I'm saying is
it's just not the Tom and Jerry we know.
It's not. It's not. They really, with the technology we're given nowadays, they could do exact animation of what was back in the 50s and 60s and when they did this stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They could do that. I don't understand why they have to put it.
Oh, they can do that on a Robot Chicken budget because they make stuff look pretty much exactly the way it was in their parody.
But I don't know why they have to go and try to make everything now for
now they're in our
2021.
world.
You know what I mean? It's like that's great.
You knew them before. Now they're in our world.
Now they're here.
Like they're making a sequel to the Sonic movie because apparently it did so well.
The one with Jim Carrey?
Yeah, I saw that in the theater.
Really?
Yeah, it was my Pauly Shore week, so I had to go see something. So
this is the week I make bad decisions
I saw that and I was
year.
like, okay, I get it.
Yeah.
I mean, it's better than Super Mario Brothers, but that's not saying much.
Yeah, I don't. What was his role, Jim Carrey?
He was Dr. Eggman.
Okay.
Is that the guy?
I don't know.
I don't know if
enough
it's
about
Egghead or Eggman.
I never really played.
He was he's
Sonic.
It's Eggman.
It's Eggman.
Yeah.
Oh,
okay. But he has two names, right? Isn't it? What'd you say that one?
Who was the girl in Smokey and the Bandit?
It was Sally Field.
Who?
Sally.
He still says who.
It was Gidget. Yeah. It was the mom and Mrs. Doubtfire.
It's the Flying Nun. Yeah,
that one.
The Flying Nun. Yeah. But no,
she was in Steel Magnolias. I still cry when I watch that movie.
She was the mom in Forrest Gump.
She was also his girlfriend in Punchline.
Was she?
Yeah, in Punchline she was romantically connected to Tom Hanks, and then like 6 years later she was his mom in Forrest Gump because that's how they treat women in Hollywood. It's terrible. You're 31. You're going to be this person's grandma.
Yeah, we're gonna doll you up,
and then the other way, like, oh, you're 75. Okay, cool. You're a man. You're 75.
Yeah.
In this movie, your love interest is going to be 18. Seems fine. Not a problem. Like, I don't get like how we've accepted that.
My wife was just watching. I think it's Young Sheldon. I don't really watch the show. I liked Big Bang Theory, but
Bazinga. That's all I know. Well, actually, I was on set for that.
I don't think you told me that.
Yeah, when we went to I went to a Warner Brothers studio tour.
Yeah.
We drove through what you would know as Hazard County.
Yeah. Oh, I remember you telling me about that.
And then you take us into a
was it a hot set? Like a live set?
No, they weren't filming. You get to see the whole thing. So you see the apartment on one side, you see the broken elevator, and on the other side they have the other apartment. It's all one long set, and they show you how they would set it up and do the filming. So it was more behind the scenes that you would do than in a regular taping.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, because you could actually, you couldn't touch stuff. You could actually walk around and see like how they set things up and how it looks.
Now, is that free? Or do you have to pay for that stuff?
Oh, I don't remember. That's a good point.
Because that seems like something they would market and make money on. You know what I mean?
It was probably a nominal cost to it.
Yeah, I figured that'd be something that they would.
But it was great though, because we're driving through the town setting and they're like, this is where they filmed Gilmore Girls and other things. And all of a sudden I was like, oh, this is Hazard County. And no one else in the tram got it. And I was like, this is where Cooter's garage was, and this is where the courthouse was, and this is where they jumped the General Lee. And I'm like,
yeah.
And then they start pulling away. I'm not done yet.
Yeah. We're going to jump this tram over something. No, I've never, hence I don't fly. So I didn't watch it, but I'm familiar enough to when we walked in, I was like, oh, this is Big Bang Theory. So they got a spinoff show which is called Young Sheldon.
Where he's a kid, right?
He's a kid. Well, in the show, this last week, which I marginal attention to it, I saw it on the TV, but Reba McEntire was on it. And I all the way back in the day.
So she's supposed to be young Reba McEntire?
No, she was old Reba McEntire. And what's funny is you say that, they gave her a boyfriend, like she was going on like to piss off her ex-husband, who was like young Sheldon's relative somehow.
Oh, she was playing a character.
She was playing a character.
Oh,
right.
okay. I'm with you now. Like,
but she come in as like his ex-wife, and she brought like so she's her age, so 65, 70, whatever she is, and but she still looks great for her age. You know what I mean?
you don't see for her age. She still looks great.
She looks great all the time. She was my hall pass when I met my wife. I told her, I said, if Reba McEntire ever shows up, I'm going to leave. And she's like, what? I said, that's like the epitome of style and grace, and she's gorgeous.
Did you ever
she's
see
awesome.
that Saturday Night Live short, Reba? Oh, I gotta show that to you then.
So, so they're doing the show, but they give her like a 30-year-old love interest.
I'm fine with
that. Right. So, and she's just doing it. So they're doing the whole thing. And like, this guy's new wife is telling him, she's like, oh, well, you got to be nicer to her. She goes up to the bar and she goes, well, I know you really care. She goes, I don't care about him. I brought him here just to piss that guy off. That's what she tells him. Right. And, but when you said that about how they treat women, they're like, hey, by the way, you look great for your age. So you're going to go out there and get a 30-year-old, and show up and do this. It was pretty cool. But just seeing her on TV was kind of neat, because I used to watch her show all the time.
Oh, that's
isn't it about time for you to get up and walk around?
Well, no, you dropped a plastic bag.
Sorry, I dropped my bag of maracas.
Are we?
You have maracas?
Are we filming American Beauty 2 over there? Just have a white plastic bag floating around?
Nice.
Oh, look, Davy Jones is in the building.
First off, who are those maracas for your chickens to carry? Because
I got kazoos. You guys want a kazoo?
Yeah. Why would I not want a kazoo? What does it do? We touch your brain. He hits the board.
He hits the one where he hits this one.
Oh, so much pain.
I have a kazoo at home. I really don't need this.
First off, why would I not want a kazoo? Okay. Kazoo was also on the Flintstones.
Brian.
Huh?
Yeah. He's already got one.
I've got like 30 at home. I don't
He's already got one. Hey, it's about time we made some kind of noise, though, because it's been pretty quiet. So
has it been pretty quiet? Okay, I'll make some noise. You have a subpoena.
Brian needs to get some. Oh, my pants. Brian needs to get some of those lead boots and just walk around here like there's a 15-foot.
You hum into it. It's a Hummer.
I don't even know.
Yeah, it's a Hummer. You had it there. You almost had it. Yeah, almost had it.
Which
it's Mega Maid, sir. She's gone from suck to blow.
Spaceballs.
Spaceballs. You ever seen that movie, Brian?
Spaceballs.
Yes.
Watch out.
Okay. Just checking.
Yeah, because
Spaceballs, the flamethrower. Kids love this one. All right.
80s and up. There's a good chance of seeing it.
Well, Smoking the Bandit was like 1980, 1979. It was right there.
yeah, it was 78, I think.
See, not 80s.
It was right there.
Because Dukes of Hazzard came out in 79.
It was right there. Yeah. Very disappointed in you.
Do you know when they do Spaceballs the coloring book? I swear that's a Transformers coloring book.
I never paid that much attention to it.
It looks just like Optimus Prime on the front of it.
Really?
Yeah, because that is an actual coloring book, the Transformers one.
Well, that goes back to the whole.
We were talking about G.I. Joe, weren't we?
Yeah.
That feels like 9 hours. How did we get off that? It seems like 9 hours ago. I kind of remember you bringing that up.
First off, if we drive to Minneapolis like we're talking right now,
Minneapolis,
yeah,
sure.
we're gonna probably go through Pigeon Forge on the way. wait,
we got to go through Pigeon Forge because I can't spend any of my Branson money.
Wait a minute. How the hell do we get the original Wahlburgers? Where are we at right now?
That's a dual account. I can't be touching that.
Yeah, you're gonna bring your second wallet just in case.
I mean, I always have to have that in case the first one ends up under a tire. Yeah. Like if I touch the Branson money, like that sets off my mom's thermostat meter. Yeah. Hey, someone touching the Branson money?
Whoa! We're not going right now. What are you doing? But no, we're talking about the G.I. Joes, and I was showing you a picture where, and I'm gonna put this stuff on our page and stuff, but there is
put it on the gram too. We need to get some stuff on the gram.
We do. There is so many action figures and toys, and I had all this stuff. I think you did too. You know, the G.I. Joe stuff.
Yeah.
And you see this stuff and you realize, so it totals up. There's like 10 action figures and 4 vehicles on this page, 5 vehicles. And it would have been $153 in 1983.
That's like $400 today.
Now, first off, if you still had these toys, it's probably over $1,000.
Oh, yeah.
Especially if you still had the stuff in the boxes here.
I watch a guy. He has a YouTube show called Toy Polloi.
Okay.
We'll link that somewhere.
Okay.
And he's in London, or not in London. He's in the UK. I apologize. But he fixes these toys up.
Yeah.
And if you have them in the boxes, you're right, ton of money. But the best part about it is that he doesn't do it for the money. He does it to like have the toys be the toys again. Like he takes the G.I. Joes and fixes the O-rings and fixes the.
So kind of like the Toy Story thing, kind of
Yeah.
like where he refurbishes those, but he does it for money.
And the He-Man figures have like little rubber barbells that go from thigh to thigh. That's what holds them up and everything.
Yeah.
I sent him like he was building. Do you remember the show Spiral Zone? It wasn't very popular.
No, I don't.
He was building one of those things, and he had to build a part out of styrene. And I was like, wait, I have that toy, and my version of it is broken where his version isn't. So like if you put the two together, you can have one toy. So I sent that to him because it's just been in my mom's house for 20, 30 years.
Right.
It's like, here, have this, put it together. And so
then what's he do with it then? Does he just keep it and collect it?
Yeah, either he'll give it to someone who he knows wants it.
Yeah.
Or like for him, he just displays it and collects it. And, yeah.
Yeah, but you really do. You look through this stuff and I think of the memories. But what I really think of, I hate to say it, so $153. Now I had, and I'm not bragging at all, but when I had the headquarters, I had the aircraft carrier. That stuff had to have been way more expensive. I mean, that's a small fortune then. You know what I mean? Yeah. That's a lot more. Like you said, that's $500, $600, $700 in today's money of buying stuff. And my parents bought that stuff for me.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. So, and again, I guess I didn't have an iPhone. I didn't have a video game. And I get that.
But the difference is though, it wasn't like they bought you that on Thursday, and then bought you the other thing on Tuesday, and then bought you the other thing on Thursday. That was like, this is your birthday. This is
right.
Christmas.
Right. Yeah.
Or now it feels like you get to Christmas and be like, oh, well, whatever. I got all this stuff anyway.
Right.
Like it used to be like, oh, I can have this, but I have to have it. I have to wait 6 months. Like I'm lucky that my birthday is dead in the end of July.
Yeah.
So like my birthday and Christmas were pretty offset.
Yeah.
So I wasn't like the people that have their birthday November through January.
Yeah.
That's
my wife. My wife and one of my sons is a week before Christmas.
My niece is Christmas Day.
Yeah. So you do suffer because realistically, like I buy stuff and I'm like, well, what am I going to give her for her birthday? And then, I'm going to give her that for Christmas. So like it's like, I'm still buying the same amount of stuff.
Yeah.
But I'm dictating what it's for.
To be fair, this message is for Andrew Ferguson.
By the way, I think he took his birthday off.
Well, that's why this message is for Andrew Ferguson. Is that I'm talking about people like 12 and under. Like once you're over that, I don't care if your birthday's on Christmas. Get over it. You're not waiting for like a bike or for like a cool G.I. Joe anymore. Like get over yourself. First off, it's Jesus' birthday, so it's not about you. But no, you know what I mean? For a kid, that sucks to see like people having parties like in the like school parties or hey, everyone come over to my house for a pool party in July for a birthday, and then Christmas like, oh, that's right, this is your birthday too, right?
Do you remember that McDonald's had birthday cake?
Yeah, with those like sugar like decorations.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Brian, do you remember that?
No, when was this?
Okay.
70s?
80s. Okay.
We were barely alive in the 70s, jerk.
Yeah.
4, 5, 6. They give a sheet cake. And the decorations were like literally just like sculpted out of sugar.
Oh, it was like straight.
So if you ate Grimace, you have diabetes today.
It really was. It was like, what did you get for your birthday?
Kids would be like, I want Ronald McDonald. I want Grimace.
Yeah. What did you get for your birthday?
4 times the size.
You did. Yeah. And you'd go sit and they didn't have playlands in them. So you would literally sit on chairs and benches.
Well, our McDonald's in beautiful Wilmington, Illinois, had seats that looked like burgers, and Fry Guys. Like the whole right side. If you're looking from the front, the whole right side was a mini McDonald's.
It was
land.
themed.
Yeah, it was themed. Where they had Mary McCheese in there, and
but it wasn't rides. It was like chairs.
Yeah, it was just statues. Statue of Mary McCheese, statue of Sergeant Big Mac.
Yeah,
I know these people. They're my friends. They were my only friends. Yeah, it was cool and stuff. Now they're all like corporate and stupid. But
but no, like the games you played, like we would drop straws into a 5-gallon water jug. Like they'd stand it up and you got to hold a straw. Like that was one of your party games.
Sounds awful.
Now that I don't remember.
Yeah, no, I remember.
I wiped that from my memory
because I had a few McDonald's birthdays. Highfalutin.
A few.
Highfalutin. Yeah.
Didn't this kid just have a birthday last week?
He is all hopped up.
You said your birthday was in April.
He's all hopped up on Grimaces. We got to get him out of here.
You're out in the back like, you got any more of them Grimaces? I need one of them sweet Grimaces.
First off, you said no Ronald, no Hamburglar, only Grimaces on your cake, and you ate all the decorations yourself.
Is there even cake under there?
And you're 7.
No, it's just stacks of Grimaces.
Yeah, it was very wild. It was a wild time. But people don't remember that. And the cake was awful. But at the time, it was like, this is good.
They called it sheet cake, but I think they misspelled it.
Yeah.
See what I did there?
There's got to be another word for it. Should we go to our list? Flipping? That flipping cake?
that horse hockey cake.
It came from the patootie. That's what it was. The horse patootie.
That booger snot cake.
Yeah. But no, I remember those. They tried like reviving He-Man, and they tried reviving G.I. Joe.
Now He-Man, they re-came out with the toys. It's called the I don't remember what it's called, but they had the new Avengers He-Man garbage.
Yeah.
The new toys are close. They're much closer than the old toys. I think they figured out, like, the people that have money, us.
Yeah.
Like, they need to talk to those Girl Scouts from last week.
Yeah.
We're the ones with the disposable income.
Right.
If you want the IP, the intellectual property, to sell,
yeah,
you need to make it playable for the kids these days, but you need to make it visibly, like, interesting to the adults these days to be like,
correct.
Oh, I want my kid to have this. This is a toy I had. And now you can play with this version and not break mine.
So, hand of God, when Chuck was 4, 5.
You can put it higher.
Huh? Well, right here.
Yeah. All right. Close enough.
It's right here. Okay. Well, because I don't ever know if I'm telling the truth, you know, but I do know
that.
Yeah. That
checks out.
That checks out. But when he was like 4 or 5, he wanted He-Man guys. So we went and bought.
Oh, I remember this. Yeah, you sent me a
and
picture.
I still have them all.
Yeah.
But I was so excited. I mean, I'm getting, I got Ram Man, I got Snake Mountain, and the microphone works. I got Castle Grayskull, and I got all this stuff.
Do you have Mr. Microphone? Hey, good looking. We'll come by to pick you up later. First off, it's a convertible that seats 5. They got 7 people in that car, and they're telling the lady on the side of the street they're going to come pick her up later.
Back. Yeah.
Where are you putting those other bodies?
Yeah, that's kind of rapey.
Yeah.
You need to not come back. And we're kind of murdering.
Where are you going to make the room, buddy?
First off, these 2 chicks ain't going to make it till 4:30 today.
That's the implication.
So, yeah.
That is the implication. Hey, good looking. We'll be back to pick you up later.
You don't by any chance have a shovel, do you?
We're out of rope. But the new toys are the same.
Just right back into it.
I can't. We can only go down that road so far before the police get involved. We can't let them know where we're burying these bodies.
Right, correct.
You can't even see the front of the road.
Right.
Like that orange and white bar that would block the Batcave in the 60s Batman show.
Yeah.
Like, there's a road and a cave here and one barricade. I wonder what's behind that. 27 billion Batcave. No, the new toys are the same scale and everything. So but they have better articulation. You can do more with them, but they don't look like, oh, we've totally redesigned this. So you can't tell what it is.
Like the Ninja Turtles. Like they totally redid those. And it's like, come on, man. Come on,
But they've also redesigned the price tag.
Yeah.
The new, I think they're $17 per figure.
Really?
Yeah. The G.I. Joes are the same thing. Now, at least the He-Man ones are like 6.5 inches.
Yeah.
The G.I. Joes, which you'll really like to best more, is more like 3 3/4 inch.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's just so you know, that's very tall.
Yeah.
Extremely
that's
tall.
Very big.
Yeah, that's tall. Sounds very girthy.
Yeah.
Sounds like a girthy action figure.
That's almost like 6 centimeters. So that's pretty.
Yeah.
That's pretty big.
Yeah. Anybody be happy to play with that. I'm just going to tell you that right now. Okay. So, why are you staring at me?
No reason.
But I even started thinking, so you think about the cartoons, you think about the shows. I can't think of any movies I'd want it, because I could see them taking like your franchise, Back to the Future or something else, and being like, oh, we're going to remake this and make it better. Right.
They legally can't.
Oh, really? They got blockers in place?
Until Zemeckis and Gale, the Bobs.
Yeah.
As I call them. We're friends.
Yeah.
They have it that as long as they're alive, they can't remake it. So
Nice.
I'm assuming as soon, like, they're not even going to be cold.
Right.
No. Don't get those paddles.
Right.
Don't say clear. We got a movie to rush
Get
in.
me Zac Efron on the phone.
Yeah, seriously.
Yeah. That's what it's going to be, too. It's going to be like somebody that's totally...
It's simply going to be... like,
what's that? Is his phone ringing?
Yeah. It's literally going to be a heart monitor straight to a cell phone.
To his wife. My condolences.
To Universal.
Do you know Zac Efron's phone number?
They're going to hook the heart monitor up to Universal Hotline.
Yeah.
We're in.
So, but like movies like that, Smokey and the Bandit, they'll never remake. Okay. Have you seen it?
Nope.
Okay. I just wanted to get that out again.
Did you see when they took, I don't know what kind of car they used. It was like 4 or 5 years ago, but they made a modern Trans Am, and they had Bert in it. They only made like 2,000 of them.
Yeah, he signed a couple of them.
Yeah, what car did they use?
It's a Camaro. They start with a Camaro.
I was going to say it had to be, because they don't make the Trans Ams anymore. Yeah.
So they start with like a $60,000, $70,000 car.
Yeah.
And then they do about a $35,000 adaptation on it.
Yeah.
and then they sell it to you for about 140 grand.
Well, the original one's probably what topped out at 80 miles per hour, and this one was like Bert's in it, and they're doing like 250, and he's like, whoa,
yeah. No, and that's why I said those are pretty cool.
Now Nate's dad had one of the 78.
Yeah, the
like
original birds.
Yeah.
He had the honeycomb wheels and everything.
Yeah, he had the whole thing.
Yeah,
Whole shebang.
And he kept that for a long time.
Oh yeah, it had like 20,000 miles on it for 400 years.
Yeah, that thing was primo. But again, you're not going to redo movies like that. They tried bringing back cartoons and doing different stuff. They even tried like Thundercats and stuff like that.
Well, Thundercats been back 7-8 times. I don't like the new, and this is going to be me sounding like I'm shaking my fist at the clouds, but I really don't like that new. It looks like grade school animation. Like they don't like. I like when the characters look like real humans.
Right.
And I know they're cats. Get over it. But you know what I mean? They looked.
Yeah. No, I know exactly what you're talking about.
They didn't look like squiggle lines or.
Yeah. And that's why I say I just don't. I guess it'll never be right if they just keep redoing it. You're right. The He-Man guys were pretty close with what they come back out with and this and that. But I didn't know they were that expensive for the other stuff.
Well,
that's crazy.
I work occasionally, as I mentioned, in a big box store, and I'll go through and be like to see what's out there, and I was like, "What is this?"
And so, in saying that, do you think that there are any clothes you'd want back? Like I used to French roll my jeans, man. I could French roll jeans today. I would be fine with that.
I just saw a thing about someone that mentioned that, and I was like, I missed that.
Yeah.
Because we've mentioned this, I don't like when people walk around, the front 3/4 of their pants look pristine, and the back look like they went through a cheese grater. You know what I mean? Like, I don't like people who stood in their pants so long that it's disintegrated the back of their pants. And I know I sound like an old man with that, and I don't care. I will old man that to my grave. Because I worked in formal wear, and your pants are supposed to hit your shoe in a certain way. And I get like people can do whatever they want. It's not that thing. But when your pants, and they call it breaking, like when it hits a wrinkle, you're supposed to break once and hit the top of your shoe. When someone's pants have like 400 yards of material from their shin to their ankle, you're wearing the wrong size pants, bro.
No, that was in the 70s. That was before us. That was in the 70s.
I'm not talking like, I'm talking
just
length. I'm not talking like
right.
girth.
No, but like even today, I told you, which by the way, we decided those J. Joe guys are huge. So anyway, don't laugh at me, Brian. So anyway, I was telling you like today when I took these pants, I like when I sit down and the pant leg is still like right on top of the shoe. Okay.
Yeah.
I feel suspect when I sit down and like you see 8 inches of sock and I'm like, that's not good.
Right. I don't know what I mean. And what is it? G? How do you say it? Do you say that out loud? Do you say
G unit?
No, GNCO. Do you just spell it out, or is it an actual word? Jinko?
Yeah.
Is
like
that
biloba?
a real? That's a real thing.
This was a thing in like the 90s and
Jinko
the 2000s.
biloba? That's from memory.
This is what all the mall rats that I hung out with wore.
It is coming back. Yeah. That was in when the 90s?
Third question is my old man question.
Early 2000s.
Okay. You need to put that on our page too.
Third question to Google was my question. How do you pronounce JNCO?
I used to hear it Janko.
Yeah, they're Janko, all right.
Yeah. They're janky. Hey, I think we have a friend here.
I think we do.
We do.
Shall I see if I can go out and get him?
Huh?
Because we've texted him twice to come inside. He's not in here.
Yeah, he's very shy. We have a buddy of ours that's in town.
It's all about you.
Hey, as long as you took you that long to realize it. So, no, we have a buddy that's in town. He's in town.
That's your seat.
He's in town. Walk inside.
This is your seat. This is your
Walk inside. Come on. We said, come on inside. There's a chair right there. I know you don't have much time. 10 minutes. You got 10 minutes? You got 10 minutes.
I got 10 minutes.
All right, you got 10 minutes. Come on. You'll be almost famous.
All right.
It'll swing around.
Hey, Mac.
What's up?
This is Jim Spinale. We call him Spinner.
Oh, hey, what's up, man? How's it going? I've heard the name.
Now,
Seen it.
I'm putting the challenge out to Chelsea because he came from Nashville to Crystal Lake, Illinois to watch me do comedy.
Yeah.
Jim Spinale came from Florida to Joliet to see us do That Checks Out.
If you don't want, you're good. Whatever you want to do.
Whatever you feel safe with.
Yeah. Whatever you feel
This is
safe
our
with.
bubble.
It's our bubble. But you don't have to burst it. So
how you been? How was your drive up?
Drive was good. Actually, I flew in 2 days ago from Tampa, Florida. So it's good to be back here. It's been 6 years. It's been a long road to get back up here.
It's been 25 years since we've seen you.
It's just good to see you guys,
Yeah.
Awesome.
Wait, you were here 6 years ago and we didn't hear from you? That's what I heard.
We're still
That's what I heard. You were up here 6 years ago and I didn't see you.
What happened then? Where were we then? And all of a sudden we get a podcast. You want to hang out?
You guys are big time now.
Yeah, we are big time.
We're big. You can drop the time. We're big. Yeah.
I would like to think Jim has been one of our biggest supporters from day one.
He really has. He's pushed this on everybody down in the Florida area too, which is good. So because people around here are tired of hearing us, so it's really nice when other people at least start listening.
Yeah. What are you up here to do? Why did you come up here?
Well, I came home to see my family. It's just been a long time since I've been up in this area. I love Florida. It's a good place to live. It's a little different than being up here. It's just a lot more open. I think there's definitely some changes that can be made up in this area and region. So I'd love to have you guys to come down anytime. Sure.
I'm going to live down there eventually. So trust me.
I think it's a good move.
Yeah, I think so too. Plus, this beach body I got going on right here, or beach whale body, whatever you want to call it.
That's probably right.
Yeah.
Oh, speaking of which, late March, early April, probably going on vacation.
Florida.
Yeah.
This is now
Just
Jim,
so you know, if you ever want to start a podcast, Jim, you want to hire Brian. He gets 54 weeks a year vacation.
Right.
So you want to make sure you get a guy like him so that you don't
I
have to
spend
worry
a lot
about
of it in Florida, though, so it might work out.
You always got a place to stay. Down Sarasota, Tampa.
There you go.
Yeah,
See?
there you
check
go.
it out.
Free room and board right there.
So you walked in at a perfect time because we're wrapping up here, but we're talking about stuff from back in the day. We're talking about G.I. Joe guys, all this other stuff. But I want to bring back some of the sports, and the two sports I want is wiffle ball and kickball.
Funny you say that.
Did you guys play wiffle ball down in the?
I'm pro now. I'm a pro thrower now.
Are you? Oh, do you throw like one of them fast curves with the wiffle ball?
I got some pretty nasty stuff.
Really?
Yeah.
You guys do that down there?
It's pretty serious.
Is that like a softball league? Is it a wiffle ball league, or what do you do?
It's big time.
Get out of here!
Damon's coming down this summer, I think.
Yeah. Well,
you can take out as much vacation as you want, Brian. Podcast is over.
I'll put another challenge out right now. You tell Tony Roman to get ready because he struck me out when I was in seventh grade, and I cried.
To get ready to strike you out again?
I cried. No, you tell him to get some heat ready because I'm a beast with a bat. I'm going to come down now.
You took me yard back in the day with the Orioles.
Now,
I could hit once in a while.
For those of you that don't know, Wilmington was separated into two grade schools. So when we grew up, we didn't know gym until middle school. So did you guys have like a big wiffle ball down where you guys lived?
No, Bruning was more hoops, basketball. That was the big thing
that's true.
there.
I mean,
until we got to Lester J.
You did have a grown man living down there with you guys.
No, well, we did have the 35-year-old witness protection boy.
Yeah, that's what I was referring to.
Man,
we thought we were big stuff. We came to junior high. There was a guy that was already like 6'9". We're like, whoa.
We're like, who's the coach? Nope, he is your forward.
What are you feeding him? What are you feeding him?
No, Chuck had the unique haircut, the mullet. It was
one time.
It was something.
Yeah.
One time our coach in 6th grade, no, it must have been 8th grade, Jim, brought me aside. He's like, do you know what it's like to guard someone who's like 6'9"? And then he brought Chuck over and he's like, no, I guess you kind of do. Because Chuck wasn't 6'9", but it was enough of a distance where I'd be like, yeah, I know what it's like to put my hand up and not even be at his face.
Yeah. And
how do you guard someone like that?
I'm not I could never play basketball.
No, never.
No, my favorite thing is I go, sky hook. I'd yell it, and then I'd throw the ball on the roof of the building.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
He was warning people in the windows.
Move your cars. Sky hook. But you do any kickball or anything down there? See, that's what I want to play kickball. Because even dodgeball now. I play dodgeball with my kids, and they don't give you the big red balls. They give you these small little balls.
People got their nose broke back in the day, 2 feet away, throwing lasers at somebody.
I brought that up, but we don't do it anymore because someone broke their nose.
I could tell you who that is, but I won't say.
Yeah, I could too. And we don't. Yeah. Look, he is 5 minutes into podcasting and he already knows the rules.
He knows the rules, right? Some guy broke his nose. Yes. That's how we do it. But no, we played wiffle ball with like Jeff Thompson and Mike Hansen. We'd go play and stuff and do that. Or we go down to
we did it
St. Rose and we'd play fast pitch. Remember they had the square on the back of the building? Those days are gone for everybody.
Booth's gone now, unfortunately, but we used to play pickup ball there.
Yeah.
Duffy had a wiffle ball bat that he had like paper mache and then put he put duct tape around it. It was like a 19-pound
only
wiffle ball bat.
Only Duffy's going to be like
you could. And then he had a wiffle ball.
Cheater.
He had a wiffle ball that he duct taped around. I'm like, there's supposed to be holes in it. It's kind of hard to curve this thing when I'm literally throwing a duffel ball brick. Yeah. But you could knock that thing like 500 yards.
Those are good times though. You can't. And like we'd all disappear, and then you'd be home before the lights got on, and this and that. Nowadays, different world. You know what I mean? You can't.
Kids are never outside.
My daughter, we're coming back yesterday. I took her to the doctor. We're coming back, and she sees a kid walking, and she goes, "I can't believe that kid's walking over here." And I go, "What do you mean?" She goes, "Well, he's my age, and he lives like way in the back of the subdivision, and he's walking by himself." So that makes me a helicopter dad. I get it, but at the same time, I can't. I got to see what's going on. You know what I mean? It's the type of dad I am. Whereas back in the day, my parents were more like, "You're annoying me. go outside. You know what I mean? We'll see you when it's dinner time, and we know we'll see you because you're a big kid. You're going to come home and eat, you know?
You say back in the day, but we visited your mom last week, and she was like, you know what? I don't. Yeah. I'm good.
She's like, I'm over this.
Yeah. You've come here what you've done to do.
You're in your mid-40s.
4, 5, 6.
4, 5, 6. You're in your mid-40s. You need to go.
All right. Jim doesn't have a lot of time, so we're going to wrap this up so we can have some off-mic conversation with Jim. But thanks for coming out, Jim.
Yeah.
Oh, it's a pleasure, man. It's just great to be back.
It was nice to have a third person actually awake and on the microphones.
Yeah, as you can see, he's checking his stocks. Yeah. That's what he does during the day.
The whole time?
Yeah.
Like if your forehead could speak, we could have you on the whole time. We got Brian with the funny.
We got him.
Everybody, that checks out. Make sure you look for us at thatchecksout.net. You can find us on all of the podcasting platforms, Spotify, Google, Apple. Please leave a review. Please leave a like. Please leave a listen. Tell us all your friends about us. You can find us in the socials. All that you can find at thatchecksout.net. For Damon and Brian.
And Jimmy.
And Jim. Our special guest, Jim Spinner Spinale. That checks out.
Yeah, it does.
Well done.
Thank you, sir.